advised to worship God and anything. That way, if you worship like this, you will be benefited on this way alone. Then it is very easy to give some advices like this. But the main reason behind all those things is that creating some devotion, we have to go to the end of that. The end of devotion, it is advised to have surrender to God. Surrender, that means if you surrender everything in the hands of God, you don't take any responsibility on your own. That is the main essence behind all those things. So here, through inquiry also, if you do not find anything to do within yourself, the same thing happens. Just like surrender, if you can understand through inquiry process itself. You can understand, you have no business, you can have no capacity to correct yourself psychologically, thereby you feel yourself helpless. So in that devotion, through faith, you surrender everything in the hands of God, thereby you have the same thing. Whenever you find, you place everything and you do find any responsibility, you find no responsibility to do anything, thereby the natural thing happens naturally. So when you allow everything to flow naturally, the liberation is there. So whenever we assume something for our own, then thereby we disturb the natural flow. So the main thing is that we should not disturb the natural flow. There's a basic principle for each and every concept. Even the devotional way, it is the aim. The surrender is the aim. Before that, going to the temple, worshipping, thereby if you worship like this, you will be benefited in the worldly benefits you may have. So it is in the beginners you can encourage like this. After that, at the end of devotion, we have to come to the level of surrender. Then only it will have some meaning. Please, all others, worship is only just like a business. I will give you and you have to give me. Some transaction, business transaction. At the end, it must be in the form of surrender. We will put everything in the hands of God, thereby we should not assume any responsibility on our own. Even the scripture says that Sarvam Brahmamaya, everything is God, everything is the absolute reality. But as we have the special kind of astral body, that is known as the human body. The same way, some special body is like Iswara. Some Iswara, that is some special power. Some special powers in the name of Iswara, it may be like that. Just like the human body, human astral body, some special kind of astral body is known as Iswara. But that is the limited powers. Now, it is not the absolute God. Absolute God. The absolute God is everything is the absolute God. The totality is the conscious of Brahman. Brahman is the absolute reality. So everything is made up of the absolute reality. But some special powers, just like human being, some special powers may be there. That is different. That are special spores, special powers. Basically, behind everything, the basic consciousness is same. That is the Brahman.
How that special powers?
So that is because of the only one thing. Everything is just like the universe comes, that in the physical form and the astral form. Everything comes in the astral form is the cosmic mind, and the physical is the 5 elements of the physical world. And the cosmic mind is the basic cause for all the separate forces, just like human and divine forces. Everything is, the cosmic mind is the cause for all those things. But behind all those things, the basic consciousness, that is the absolute reality, that is the Brahman. Brahman is the basic reality. And from the basic reality, this physical universe and the cosmic mind, the mental universe and the physical universe comes.
Why is such kind of special? What is the need of such?
The scripture says like that, as the gross light from the body, everything comes from the universe comes from the Brahman. That is but we have to rely upon the scriptures. The scripture says like that. But enlightenment is not related to all this. That enlightenment, we are not meaning enlightenment as a special knowledge. The enlightenment is only the understanding of the foolish nature of our intellect.
From the same scriptures only we are getting that a person who are enlightened knows about the past and he knows where what will happen in the future.
That is special skill. That is special skill. That is not the real enlightenment. So what according to me, what is taking ourselves to the liberation is known as enlightenment. But the enlightenment is not the only way. Even devotion can make you to go to that liberation. Because by surrender yourself, without enlightenment, you can put everything in the hands of God. Thereby you can come to the liberation. Because liberation is the highest thing, not the other thing. The enlightenment is only the understanding the incapability of our intellect. That alone is the enlightenment. So you know that we cannot do something. That alone is the enlightenment. So we have skill knowing the secrets of the universe or anything, that is special skill. But if you have the special skill, even if there is a special skill, you may not have the liberation. You may not have the real enlightenment. But at the same time, you may have the special skill like this. It doesn't matter. But it will not help. You may have the knowledge of the universal secret, but in spite of that, you may not have the real enlightenment and liberation. Without liberation and enlightenment, you may have the special skill like that. You may have the knowledge about the universal secret.
Teresa, whole life in devotion for God, and she was her whole life not a happy person. Till just very a few times before she died, then she gets a liberation and then she was happy. But her whole life she was really struggling to do this.
And she didn't like this devotion. She was about to die, she got the liberation. Like that when she was about to die.
She only did it because she wanted to do it for God. She only did this work she did. She wanted to do for God, but she gets not any kind of satisfaction from it, from this work, not from her meditation, from nothing. She was always unhappy, thought before she died. There is a book, it's a book from a monk, a brother, where she had writing changed her whole life, and she writes him her whole life letters about her feelings. And a few years later, he brings it out, and you can read the letters from her, what's going on in her whole life, and she was absolutely unhappy. In the end, she got it then. But her whole life, she suffered more or less. Because she get nothing from it. She's so hard work and she meditates so much, but nothing come back. She had one experience with Jesus. Once she started, it was the reason why she did it. Then nothing anymore at whole life.
First time I'm hearing from you.
Come to a high devotion for Jesus, for God.
Just to see how you would respond. Someone asked me this a long time ago. They said, do you think everything matters or nothing matters? So I would pose that question to you and see how you would. Does everything matter or nothing matters?
Everything?
Everything or nothing? You choose.
Someone asked her once,
Yes,
does everything matter? Or does everything matter? All things, or does nothing matter? Someone asked her that question once. So she's asking you this question. Does everything matter? Or does nothing matter?
But here, externally, everything is matter. Because we have to do something. In the external world, we have to consider everything.
Right.
And we have to take some serious attention to that thing.
Sure.
But psychologically, we should not take any cognizance of what is happening. Psychologically, it's a natural flow.
So that would be nothing matters.
Then nothing matters.
So it's both.
Everything is matters in the external world. Nothing matters in the psychology.
Okay. Feel you.
Or you can maybe think happen to us. It's not only to make it good or bad. It's our every situation, doesn't matter how worse the situation is, always try to make it good, but it's very difficult. Then you will be most in a feeling or in a moment.
The psychological world, nothing is waiting for you to make use of anything. It happens. Whenever you face a situation, it reacts, the natural reaction comes naturally, it will not wait for you to make anything. So if you do anything, that you can do in the external world. You can make use of the situation, you make use of the situation in the good way or the bad way, that is in the external world. But in the psychological world, you cannot make use of anything. You have no business there. So everything is, it happens naturally. Nothing will wait for you to make anything in the way. If you enter there, thereby you are creating only problem alone. We have no business. It is, there's no entrance for ourselves. So it must be left in the natural way.
But then is for this the key point to say, okay, I accept like it is. I have to make a reaction because I have to make this problem away or something like that, what it is. But it don't touch me, it has nothing to do with me. It's only like a movie which is going up in front of me. It has nothing to do with me. It's easy to say now and very hard to handle in daily life, but this is just the reason behind it.
So whether it is easy or not, we have to be like that because we are helpless in the psychological world. Because we are not, if you want to be happy always, then you have to make it hard to make you happy. But we are not advising to be happy always. We have to accept both pain and pleasure as a natural way. You have no business here. So you have to accept and go along with what is happening. If you are in the pain, you have to go along with the pain. If you are in the happy, you have to go along with the happiness. You have no business to take any stand within the field of psychological world. We have no stand. We have to go along with what is the natural happening. But you can keep your stand in the external world. Where we can struggle, we can make any effort, we can change something, we can get anything, we can remove anything. That all we can do in the external world. But here in the psychological, we have to go along with what is happening. We have to go along with that. We have no stand. If some problem is there, we have to go along with the problem. We have no special stand for ourselves. If you create some stand for ourselves, thereby we can design something within our psychological structure, that alone is the problem.
Yeah, but the problem is if there, you want to change the problem to your good. Common thing, everybody wants. And if you do this, it comes from your mind. Your mind is the outgoing point where you want to change this problem to a good part or this problem away.
So whatever happens, let it happen in the unconscious way, but don't do it don't create some weight to your conscious effort. So whatever happens in the psychological world, let it may happen in your conscious level also, but you have to take everything in the unconscious way. As you may think you won't demand something, but let it be in the unconscious way. Don't do it, thereby you have some effort, you can have some capacity. If you assume that you have some capacity, thereby you creating some stand for yourself. So you have to put down all your stand. So whatever happens in the psychological world, you have to take everything is out of control. It is not under your will. So you have to take everything on the will of the nature. But externally you can use your will.
Yeah,
but psychologically no will.
But for daily life you have to control it. Daily life, we all have to control it. If I make a step out, I have to control everything what I do.
So externally you do control. Yeah. You can control the external world, but don't control your psychological world. So you cannot